Hi, I'm Madeline from Sheen Slings, and this is front cross carry with a long woven wrap. So this is a size 6, which is my base size, and I'm going to start by finding my middle marker and placing my middle marker on the middle of my back. Then I'm going to bring both ends of the wrap to the front, and I'm going to place each one over the opposite shoulder. So I'm creating a cross on my front, and that's where the name for this carry comes from, front cross carry, because we have a cross on our front. Now I'm going to take a moment to organise this into a rope, and then you'll notice I'm pulling the back nice and tight so it sits really flush and tight on my back. The support for this carry comes from having that bit nice and tight and comfortable, and then anything loose is coming up over my shoulders, my 2 ropes, and then I'm going to make enough space to put my baby in. So I don't want loads of space, but I want enough space to get them in easily, so sort of a comfortably wide hand width. And then I'm just going to take these 2 bits that are hanging behind me around my back and tie a loose knot. So this carry is poppable. You have basically pre-tie it, pre-prepare it, then you put baby in, tighten it up, and then likewise when you're ready to take them out, you can loosen it off, pop them out, and leave it all tied if you want to. So this can be useful for older babies where you're more taking them in and out more frequently. So now I'm ready for my baby, who's just here, and I'm going to cuddle them on my shoulder, and I'm just going to slip one leg in one side, doesn't really matter which side at the moment, and one leg in the other side. And then I'm going to take a moment to just make sure they're comfortable, chat to them, keep them calm, and check the height. So if this was too high, I could take a little bit of material out of the knot and make it a little bit looser to bring the cross lower. Likewise, if it was too low or it was already feeling too loose, I can take anything loose and push it over my shoulders towards the knot and pull it out here, and so that I don't have as much work and it feels more secure. So now when I'm ready, and I might have been ready in the beginning, when I'm ready, I'm going to take the edge of this wrap and start to work it over my baby, spreading it out so that it runs knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder. And I'm really looking for sort of the middle of the wrap to sit on the middle of my baby, and I can take anything extra and push it over my shoulder towards this knot. And likewise, I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. I'm going to spread it out, starting here, and bring anything, bring it so it runs knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder, and anything loose runs over my shoulder. Before we tighten this wrap, you can change the shoulders to however you and baby are comfortable. So you can leave them bunched like this, you can spread them out, so you can spread it out and fold it however feels comfortable, or if there's a lot of fabric getting near baby's face, you can full on twist it. So I'm going to run that purple layer running closest to baby underneath the rest of the wrap, to make lots of space around baby's face, and the blue layer coming from underneath baby runs on top. And again, I can take some time to organise that, and I'm pushing anything that's loose over my shoulder, which I will deal with in a second. Likewise on the other side, I can do the same. I can do something different. I can leave it there to tuck head, but in my case, I know my baby's always wanted to look around and see everything, so I'm going to give them the most space possible by creating these twists. So once we're here, we're now ready to tighten this up, and I'm going to do that by finding our loose knot, finding either side, guiding it gently over the feet, and starting to, once I've got hands on both sides, starting to open that knot completely up and holding this nice and tight so baby feels secure. And I'm already giving it sort of a first hula dance, a first wiggle. And now I can tighten the wrap bit by bit as needed. So my tops are my bottoms are my blue layer, my bottom part is very, very loose. So I'm going to, and because I twisted it, there are twists on my back. If you didn't twist it, there won't be, but as I did, I'm going to shake it out to get the twist out, and then I'm going to work from that purple layer that's the top part first, and I'm going to just wiggle my shoulder as needed, and I'm going to run through all the way through to the blue layer that sits on top, which traps everything in. So I'm doing that bit that sits on top last, voila, I've got that good snuggle. And now likewise, I'm going to do the opposite shoulder. So again, I'm going to shake it out if it's twisted. I'm going to find it. And I'm going to start with the purple because that's the top for the baby. So that's the bit I want really nice and snug. And I'm wiggling my opposite shoulder as I run through the wrap. So the stripes are really helping me with the twist. You'll see mine with the other way around on each side. Helps me orientate myself. But if you haven't got a stripy wrap, go by feel. You can see as you pull which part you're tightening. So once I'm nice and snug, I can give this a last hula dance if I want to. And then to tie this off, I'm going to come over baby's legs. If this felt too much, I can come underneath. But I'm going to come over, particularly for an older babies, it gives a bit more support and it sort of locks all of this into place. And I'm just going to tie a knot here. So a knot and bounce. The bouncing helps relieve the friction, so it helps get nice and tight. And then the second knot to make it nice and secure. And there we go, all done. So this is really great for older babies as it is poppable, so we can take them in and out. We can just loosen it and tighten it each time. It gives them quite a good view. They can look around, but it feels really secure with the legs. So it's really great with babies who are prone to stretching out and trying to stand up in the sling, because it really is completely unpoppable. The downside with this carry in particular is that because it's just two cross passes and there's nothing straight, if you have a baby who spends a lot of time really leaning and really pushing against the sling, it might not feel so secure. You can have their arms out, but if they're really pushing and leaning a long way, and this cross is starting to always open, it might not feel as secure. I like the twist for that because it allows me to get this tighter, particularly under the armpits of an older child. But play with it. Some people like the twist, some people don't like the twists. Some people don't find that they need it because their baby's not very prone to leaning. Some people don't like this carry as much if their baby is more prone to leaning. But give it a go and let me know in the comments below what you think and how it works for you personally, you and your baby. Hope it's been helpful. All the best. Bye bye.